Ends the game with 7 kills and absolutely owned on that Pangolier, as I believe the panel is ready to break down this sudden end to game number 1.
A sudden and swift end to game 1 puts Team Liquid in the driver's seat for this lower bracket final. We wind up in a situation where, although Talon Esports were trying to play very fast, very aggressive in the early game, unfortunately, Fear, as is often your prediction, Monkey King unable to carry the game in the end.
Yeah, well, the Monkey King was a hard pick at that point. Like, I'm not sure what they could have done outside of just stomping all 3 lanes, which I think is what Talon really relied on in this particular game. Because if you look at the lineup, I said a bit in the pre-show here that they have such a good lineup for protecting a Medusa and playing around a Medusa, where Talon, I think the mistake kind of happened around the Wind Ranger mid into the Shadow Demon. They're really putting all their eggs in one basket here, trying to shut down this Medusa, and they forgot to check the other boxes that a good draft needs, and they just didn't have the team fight. They didn't have a lot of things that you would need. All you have to do is like try and all in the Medusa here, but this Medusa has lots of stuns to back it up, as we saw Boxy, Nisha, and Zai both protecting this Medusa throughout these team fights.
Yep, and Purge, one of the issues that we saw in this game for Talon Esports, although the anti-mage could deal with her a little bit in the laning phase, throughout the game, didn't really feel like you could feel Jabs' impact on the entirety of the game.
Yeah, it's harder when the enemy team groups up as 5 is basically what happened. I mean, Team Liquid did a great job avoiding ganks on their Beastmaster early. Elder Titan died for one of those ganks. And then they just did this like death ball thing with all 5. So yeah, if Jabs is on top of Medusa and hitting her when she's stunned, it's a great opportunity to burst her. But if the whole team is there, there's more consequences to that. And we saw that 2 clips ago where he jumps in with BKB. That's just not a good target then.
The balls on Team Liquid, man, they first phase Medusa, there's anti-mage response, there's Shadow Demon response. They still played as position 1. We gotta give them credit for that, because I think a lot of the